Right, good afternoon. Been a while since I've done one of these. So, I'm going to review an album, Oasis album. Don't Believe the Truth from 2005. This is their penultimate album, I suppose, their second last one. It was a comeback album, definitely at the time. Noel has often said of the last four, this one's his favourite. Of the last four, this is my second favourite. I prefer Dig Out Your Soul to this one. But if I had to rank all the Oasis albums, which there's 7 of them I think, this one would sit 4th. So, middle of the road. But yeah, it's a really solid album, this. It's a comeback album. It's definitely the best since Morning Glory. Be Here Now, I don't mind it. Gatefold. Don't mind Be Here Now. Shoulders of Giants is alright. Heath and Chemistry, a bit meh. But this one is definitely up there with the best. And it won't go back in. Anyway, so they started recording this in early 2004. Because in January 2004, Alan White quit the band after, I think, nearly 10 years as their drummer. So Zach Starkey was brought in. He was not an official member, but he's the drummer on this album. So originally, this album was produced by Deaf in Vegas. And I think they spent 3 or 4 weeks recording it with them. A number of songs. Quite a few of those songs made this album, although they were re-recorded. But quite a lot of them didn't as well, because a lot of this stuff isn't from those sessions. And in the end, this record ended up being re-recorded. And Deaf in Vegas had nothing to do with it in the end. Instead, it was produced by Dave Sardy, who would go on to produce the next album, Dig Out Your Soul, and Noel's debut solo album, the High Flying Birds one. Noel did also co-produce this with him. Anyway, came out 30th of May 2005. It was recorded in London, Buckinghamshire, and LA. I think it was mainly recorded in LA, actually, most of it. It's on the Big Brother label. It peaked at #1. So something about this album is it's very much a band album. It kind of started on the last album, Heath and Chemistry, but it's a lot stronger on this album, with all the members contributing songs. So the first 3 albums are really, well, Shoulders of Giants really. The first 4 are all Noel Gallagher albums, really, with Liam singing on them. But at this point, they're definitely more of a band. Gem and Andy brought a lot to Oasis that the original lineup didn't have, as in the ability to write songs. Anyway, I'll go into this track by track. It opens with Turn Up the Sun, which Andy Bell wrote. This song could have been a single, actually. It's a really strong opener. It's probably the best opening song, actually, since Rock and Roll Star. On the tour that they did to support this album, the Don't Believe the Truth tour, Turn Up the Sun was the first song I think they did every night. But yeah, it's a really good song, this. And it, as usual with the Oasis song, has Beatle references in it. Love One Another is allegedly George Harrison's last words. So Andy Bell wrote those into this song. But yeah, it's a really strong opener. Liam sings it really well, Noel does some really good backing vocals. And if I heard this without reading the writer's credits for this album, I don't think it says the writers on there. It doesn't actually say on the album. I think you've got to look at the actual records out to see them. I think Noel would have wrote this. But no, Andy Bell, a really good songwriter actually. After that we got Mucky Fingers, which Noel wrote, Noel sings it. And I think this was originally going to be the lead single of this album. It wasn't even a single in the end, but if this had been the lead single, it would have been pretty disappointing. It's not a bad song, but it's not the best on the album. It's one of Noel's weaker songs on the album, I think, to be honest. But it's not a bad song, it's just not as good as his other ones on the album. I don't know, I think Liam would maybe have sang this one better personally than Noel. I don't really think it's his style, he sort of shouts it a bit, but whatever. After that, Lyla, lead single off the album. Noel wrote it, Liam sings it. What's it to say? It's a fantastic song. And I think every night after this album came out on the Don't Believe the Truth tour and then the subsequent Dig Out Your Soul tour, they did this song. It is a fantastic song for playing in stadium rock, especially on the chorus when the two of them sing lead on the chorus. It's just a really, really strong song, and the video for it's a bit strange. It kind of reminds us a bit of Rock and Roll Circus that the Stones did. I don't know if that was the influence, like the way it's sort of styled and themed. Yeah. After that, we got Love Like a Bomb. This one, Liam and Gem co-wrote this. It's not the best song in the world, this one. It's alright. It's one of the lesser good albums, lesser good songs on this album, I suppose. But it's certainly showing that Liam developing as a songwriter at this point. Gem actually helped Liam quite a lot in the Oasis years and BDI years, I think. And yeah, you can definitely hear the influences of Gem on this song. You can hear the influences of Liam. You can hear what the both of them brought to the table. But yeah, it's an alright song. After that, The Importance of Being Idle. Noel wrote this, Noel sings it, and this is my favourite Oasis song. So it's my favourite song on the album. It's my favourite Oasis song altogether. It's just a really good song. The way it just doesn't. Oasis have a typical sound, which is kind of the Wonderwall style. This is completely out of the blue. They've never done a song that sounds like this one, and Noel sings this one really, really well. And the video for this is also the best one they've ever done. And it's also, once again, kind of got a very, very subtle Beatle reference in it. When you've got the guitar solo at the end of it, you have the sort of keyboard bit, the do-do-do-do-do, that bit is directly lifted really from Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite by the Beatles. If you listen to the two bits side by side, on Mr. Kite it's the bit where you have the circus bit in the middle, and then just after the circus bit it goes do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm not singing, I'm not good at humming. That bit. They sound exactly the same. But I'm not complaining because it works well. But yeah, the lyrics are fantastic, and in fact I've got a single of this which I forgot to get out. If you go watch my video of Oasis vinyl stuff, which is outdated now because I've got more singles. But I do have The Importance of Being Idle one in that, so go watch that if you want. I can't tell you what to do, but yeah, you'll see it in that video. After that, Meaning of Soul, Liam wrote this. This is a very, very fast sort of song. It's only about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I think this was in the encore actually on the tour for this album, and it was performed some nights on the Dig Out Your Soul tour. I think on the Dig Out Your Soul tour they changed it between this and It Got Nothing, which is off Dig Out Your Soul. But yeah, it's an alright song. It kind of flows, like the Importance of Being Idle finishes, and then it just flows straight into this. There's not really a break. But yeah, it's a good tune. After that, we've got Guess God Thinks I'm Able, which Liam wrote, and this is an acoustic song. It's really good, this actually. I'd say it's Liam's best song on the album. I wish on his solo tours he's doing now he'd play this one. He doesn't really play any of his own stuff. He occasionally does I'm Out of Time, which he shouldn't be occasionally doing. He should be doing it always, since it's his best song. But he's never done Songbird yet. He's never done this. And a few other songs. It just doesn't do him. Too busy singing Noel songs. But no, this is a really good song. And I wish he would do it. I don't know if that's Gem playing the guitar on this. I don't know what Noel contributes to this song. I should have looked at the personnel for it, but yeah, in fact, let's have a look. It might say inside. I might just say on the side. I don't know if it says the personnel on it. Let's have a look. Guess God Thinks I'm Able. No, it just tells you who plays the drums. No, doesn't say. I'll show you this actually, the record sleeve. It's got all the lyrics printed on and tells you who wrote them. But yeah, it's a really nice little song, this. Which I get it back in now, don't I? Yeah, I wish Liam would do live. They did do it. I think this was in the encore possibly for the Don't Believe the Truth tour, which is strange because put it back in later. Don't Believe the Truth tour. Which is strange because none of the singles off this album got done in the encore. One of the singles never got done live at all. But yeah, it's a good song. After that, we got Part of the Queue, which Noel wrote. Noel sings it. The songs that Noel sings on this album aren't the best in the world. Mucky Fingers and this. But Importance of Being Idle is fantastic. Lyla is fantastic. But yeah, it's alright part of the queue. I don't know, did he do it? I can't remember if he did it live on the tour. But it's an alright song. It's nothing spectacular in my opinion, but it's alright. After that, Keep the Dream Alive. This is Andy Bell's second song. Liam sings it. It's not as good as Turn Up the Sun, I'll be honest with you. I don't think Andy Bell would agree, but yeah, it's alright. Quite like the chorus. After that, A Bell Will Ring. This is Gem's song on the album. Again, similar to Keep the Dream Alive, it's not one of the best. It's not Gem's best song he's ever done. But yeah, it's alright. There's worse songs out there than this, but yeah. After that, we've got closing song on the album, Let There Be Love. This is the ballad of the album. This was third single as well, but they never did it live. It's a really nice song, this. Liam sings it, the verse, then Noel sings the chorus, and then Liam comes back in. I think they mimed it on Top of the Pops, but yeah, they never did it live properly. But it's a really nice song, which often when there's these awful terrorist attacks, like the one in Manchester Arena, although everyone's rallying around Don't Look Back in Anger, the Oasis Twitter accounts and Facebook accounts and everything, they were pushing this song, which I suppose it's a really nice message in this song, and it dates all the way back to Stand on the Shoulders of Giants, I think, when Noel demoed it, but it kind of just didn't work on that album, and the lyrics weren't brilliant, so he kind of kept working away on the lyrics and got to this, which is a really nice song and a really nice way to close the album. So yeah, overall this is definitely Oasis's best album since Morning Glory. It's a shame really that it was getting towards the end at this point. It's strange because when the album where they revert back to their original logo is considered a comeback album and one of their best. But yeah, if they were to ever get back together and they made an album like this, it would be a fantastic thing. Did I talk about the artwork? Yeah, it's not the best artwork in the world. I don't mind it. I prefer it to the Heath and Chemistry artwork, but yeah. But yeah, if they were ever to get back together, this album should be a benchmark of what they should aim for, because they're not going to do another Definitely Maybe or Morning Glory, but provided they've got Gem and Andy in the band again, there's no reason they can't make another album like this, which is a top record. So yeah, Don't Believe the Truth. Top album. Cheerio.